Hi everybody, I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna create a cranberry pinkish inspired makeup look with like a half cut crease. As you can see, this is the theme I'm kind of going for. I'm recreating a look that I did back in the winter that I had a lot of questions about a long time ago. I'm really excited to recreate it. Hopefully I remember the exact products I used. That's basically the look we're gonna do today, and maybe a dark lip. Normally I go in with a brown transition shade. So today what's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna be using hot pinks, fuchsias as a transition shade today. It's gonna be focused on cranberry and pinks. That's gonna be today's look. So I'm gonna go in with my Dare to Create palette by Morphe and use that fuchsia shade on top. And go in with a Morphe brush. This is a Morphe R37 brush. Alright, so after I laid that color down, I'm gonna go to the next shade over. It's that brick red color, and I'm gonna put that on my outer V and just pack it on with a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. So right now it looks really crazy because I have a pink eye. It'll all come together, trust me. So I'm just gonna keep packing on this color, and this brush is a little bit like more of like an angled fluffy brush. It's a little bit more tapered. I literally want the pink to be peeking through as I'm doing this look. That's what I'm keeping in mind as I lay down all these colors, because I just want that pink to be a transition shade. After this hot mess, I'm gonna go in with a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. Just any fluffy brush will do. And with free up product, I'm gonna keep blending everything all together, and this is how you're gonna get everything to merge together. I'm using like driving words, but like come together, that pink and that brick red shade. So yeah, with any fluffy brush will do. This is just what I have right now because most of my brushes are kind of dirty. It's okay if there's fallout, that's fine. We're gonna clean that up all later. So after that, I'm gonna keep building up with a few shades. I'm gonna go in with actual purple shade, and I'm gonna use just like a fluffy pencil brush, and I'm gonna go in with a more deeper purple with the Dare to Create palette. It's right next to that burgundy shade, and I'm gonna take this more on the lower V line and just shade that in. And I'm gonna be using a little bit of circular motions as I add this color on because I want it to be very blended. And I'm going more in a V because I like that V shape on me, and I want everything to look very nice and blended and evened out. So as I'm adding this color, I'm making that V shape. So that's just my favorite kind of look to do. Okay, so I'm done with blending for now. The next important step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape, and then I'm gonna take a flat brush like this from Morphe called the M170-4. It's a really tiny little flat brush that I'm gonna use to carve out my half cut crease that I'm gonna do right now. And I'm in the color Light Sand. You can use any concealer that you have. I'm just gonna grab a little bit. I'm gonna start cutting my crease. Now that I finished my cut crease, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm going to go in with Peaches and Cream. And I'm going to put this all over the lid with a flat brush. And I'm just gonna follow where I put the concealer. It gives it a little bit of a, oh my god, why did I do that? Just fix that. It's okay if that happens. You can always just go back with the original brush you used for this and use it as an eraser. Because sometimes, you know, we make mistakes. One thing to keep in mind is, you know, makeup is not that serious. Have fun, play with some color. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna wipe it off, and you know, it's an art. Just think of it as an art. You gotta practice to get better. Just remember, you know, practice makes perfect. Like, you know, not every time you do something, it's gonna come out, you know, like, because that always happens to me. Like, I always have a vision in my mind, and I sometimes, like, once I do it, I'm like, oh, it didn't come out how I wanted it or how I saw it in the picture. Like, it's fine. Like, we all make those mistakes. Like, you just have to practice and get better. That's just the key. That's just the tea. Alright, and so the final step for this eye look is I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm going to go in with Talk Derby to Me. And I'm going to use that as like just to darken it up on the outer corner. It's like a purplish color with a tiny bit of a sparkle. And I don't know, I just want to give it a little bit more of a personal touch to it, make it a little bit more dark. And I'm just going in with a fluffy brush to spread out the color because I don't want it to be super dark. I just want just a little bit. I just want light pressure. So I'm just going in with like very light pressure with that color because I don't want it packed on. So I'm just kind of going on the outer V. I just want a very light layer of that black color. So you could just see a peek of the purple, the black, the purple, that burgundy, and that pink. Even though the burgundy got a little bit lost, and that's totally okay. That happens a lot when you're working with a lot of colors. Sometimes like the transition shades do get lost, so that's why it's important to go back and fix it with the original color you used. Go back in with that burgundy color and just kind of blend everything together with the black, the purple. Okay, so I'm gonna start priming my skin. So for today, since it's gonna be a long night, I'm gonna do Pores No More primer because I am very oily and I want to stay very matte. This is good for a night out. And I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone area. It really mattifies the skin. It's my favorite. It smells really good too. It smells very minty. So then I'm gonna go in with my color correcting, the Melanie color correcting quad. I'm gonna go in with this salmon color shade. I'm gonna go in with my MAC 287 brush to apply this. Just on my under eyes because I look very tired. So green is good to cancel out any redness or any pimples that you have on your face. So I'm just gonna dab it on with my finger. So I have two foundations that I kind of want to use. I have a L'Oreal Golden Beige and 104. I love, 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 love this foundation. This is my favorite drugstore foundation that I live by. It's super mattifying. It feels very high end. I'm still testing out the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition. Let me know if you guys want to see a tutorial on this and how I use this, but I think I'm going to go in for this one because it really keeps me matte for throughout the day, and especially if I'm gonna go out and I don't want to use like my high-end, but this feels exactly like a high-end. So I'm gonna go in with one of these. Bought these at the dollar store, these little trays. I'm just gonna put this on. Okay, that's a good amount. And Alright, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the final result of this look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you guys want to see more looks like this. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I love you guys, and you guys have a good day. Mwah.